I often find that when people come to me looking for help with their stress, they are expecting me to hand them a complicated 30-step morning routine or a list of expensive biohacking tools. They want the secret formula that involves red light therapy and ice baths and a dozen different supplements. But the truth is that the most powerful tool I have in my arsenal as a stress regulation coach is something that costs absolutely nothing. It is my one non-negotiable, the single thing I refuse to compromise on, regardless of how busy my schedule looks or how poorly I slept the night before. I spend 10 minutes outside every single morning. It sounds almost too simple to be effective, but there are very specific conditions that make this practice a game changer for your nervous system. The first rule is that my phone stays inside. In a world where our first instinct upon waking is to reach for that glowing screen and flood our brains with emails, news, and social media, we are essentially teaching our bodies to start the day in a state of high alert. By leaving the phone behind, I am telling my brain that the world can wait for 10 minutes while I prioritize my own internal state. The second rule is that there are no podcasts and no music. Even though we think of those things as relaxing, they are still forms of external input that require our brains to process information. True stress regulation starts with silence. It starts with giving your mind the space to simply exist without being entertained or educated. When I step out into those 10 minutes, it is just me in the morning. I make it a point to actually look at the horizon and let the natural light hit my eyes, which is one of the fastest ways to regulate your circadian rhythm and manage your cortisol levels for the rest of the day. I pay attention to the small things that we usually overlook when we are rushing. I feel the shift in temperature on my skin. I listen to the specific way the wind moves through the trees, and I watch the world slowly wake up. This isn't just about fresh air, it's about sensory grounding. It's about reminding my nervous system that I am safe, that I am present, and that I am in control of my pace. Those 10 minutes act as a buffer. They create a reservoir of calm that I can draw from later in the afternoon when things inevitably get chaotic. If I start my day by immediately reacting to a notification, I am spending the rest of the day in a reactive state. But by choosing this quiet outdoor ritual first, I am moving into my day from a place of intentionality. It is the foundation upon which the rest of my mental health is built. If I can't give myself 10 minutes of peace, I can't expect to handle the pressures of my career or my life with any kind of grace. This is how I protect my peace and build long-term resilience. Now, I want you to take a moment and think about your own morning. What is the one thing you refuse to skip? What is your non-negotiable?